All right, you guys, that was weird. I went and hooked them back in, so here we go. Okay, so the next thing, this is kind of fun. You guys get to play with this little bar here. You get to move it to the right percentage. So a lot of these questions have to do with percent. Let me go ahead and move this down so we can actually see it. Okay, let me do that. And then let me lock all these guys. Okay, good. All right, so it says it asked 20,000 national park visitors. Okay, a survey did to choose their favorite type of landscape. The results are shown in the following table. So again, you're going to be given a chart with various things and given numbers. Then they're asking you to figure out the percentage. All right, remember that the percentage is, again, piece. What in the world? I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's try that. Come here. Okay, is my thing acting up? Oh my God, you guys. I think I'm gonna scream. I might have to scream. Draw lines here. Here we go. Oh, thank goodness. That was so weird. All right, here we go. Percentage is, again, a piece out of the whole. That's how we spell whole. Okay, a piece out of the whole. So you are looking at, and each one of these, you're going to do like the piece, but you need the whole. To do that, you need to add up all these numbers. Okay, so you will add up the total here. And you're going to get 9,800 plus 4,000. So like you just get your calculators out, okay? And that's what you're going to do. I'll do it right now just to get one. I'm only going to do one, and then I'll move on. But basically, you go 9,800 plus 4,000. Oops, I put 400. Okay, plus 1,800 plus 4,400 equals 20,000. Oh, wow, pay attention, Miss Baca. Okay, 20,000. Well, sometimes you're going to have to add them up, so I don't feel so bad. All right, so you take the piece out of the whole, and then you multiply it by 100, and that is equal to percent. And the reason why is because, remember, piece out of the whole is equal to the percentage out of 100. So when we end up multiplying, we're multiplying to get rid of that denominator. This is why we end up with percentage being this equation. Okay. All right. And then you just move it around. All right. So it should be pretty easy. That one should be really easy for you guys. As long as you have a calculator. Okay. Mode, mean, median, and mode. I think for me, mean is the average. Okay. Here's the funny. These are all called central points of tendency. Okay. Which sounds very fancy. Central points of tendency. What it means is that these are tendency. Sorry. Okay. What it means is that the mean, median, and mode are all averages. So when you hear the word average, you actually should be wondering what they're going for. Because again, people can skew data by picking the correct average that they want to in order to skew the data. Okay, so often they'll say nowadays the mean, the median. Okay, they usually don't use the word mode. It seems like they just say the most or something like that. But I think of the median as like when you're driving and you have like these medians, like to turn left or turn right. This is called the median. I think of it as being in the middle. That's how I always remember the median. The mode, I don't have any tricky way to remember that, you guys. Mean means the average where you add them all up and you divide them by everything, but by the number, okay? And mode means the most, the one that occurs most. Meaning, so it says, here's the mode. If you look here, the first thing you need to do always is rearrange in order. Just do it. It doesn't hurt you. Just do it. So 3, there's 2 3s. I mean, you don't really need to do it for the mode, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's a good habit to build. There are 1 2 3 5, 5 5 5. At least these guys have their data together, but no, they don't. See, they have a 6 here and they have a 6 6 there. So 6 6 6. Oh no. Okay, 7 7 7. Okay, so which one is the one that occurs most frequently? Okay, you actually have 3 modes here. 5 occurs 3 times, 6 occurs 3 times, and 7 occurs 3 times. So it says if there's more than one mode, write them and separate them by commas. So you would just write 5, 6, and 7. But basically, you're just looking for which number happens more often. Okay, that's mode. All right, now the range. The range is the lowest, the difference between the lowest to the highest. And that kind of makes sense, you guys. Range, it's like, what range is it? So to do that, you rearrange them from lowest to highest. So here we go. Find the lowest and find the highest. Boom. Okay. You don't have to rearrange them, but when you do rearrange it, the range is a lot easier to find. Okay. 93 minus 76 is going to be 13 minus 6 is 7, 17. 17 is your range. In other words, we're only looking at scores that are 17 points apart. That's all. Okay. The weight loss clinic advertised that last month its patients on average lost 8 pounds, assuming that average refers to the mean. Okay. Which of the following claims must be true based on this information? Okay, again, when they use the word average, be careful. I like that they clarify this with mean because that's what we assume average means. And this is about rejecting unreasonable claims. Okay, so on average, their patients, whatever they advertised, they lost 8 pounds. Okay, more than one statement could be true. If none of the statements are true, mark the appropriate box. Okay, last month, fewer than half of their patients lost 8 pounds or less. This gets really confusing, right? Fewer than half of their patients. Is this true? And this is supposed to be like must be true. Because it says last month, on average, okay, its patients lost 8 pounds. Is it true that fewer than half their patients lost 8 pounds or less? So if you're thinking about all their patients, here's the line of their patients, right? Is it true that half of their patients lost 8 pounds or less? I don't think you could say that. I don't think you can say that half of their patients did. Just because what if this person lost 50 pounds, right? That could mean that we have some 8 pounds over here, okay, in the lower half. So I would say no. Last month, all of their patients lost 8 pounds or more. I would say no, that's definitely not true. Okay, average means that you could have somebody over here that lost 100 pounds and one person over here that lost 1 pound. And that you add them all together and divide. And so you end up with what is like an average, like the middle. Okay, so definitely it could be like varied the way that it is within the numbers. Like you don't know for sure what is on each half. Last month, at least one of their patients lost less than 13 pounds. I mean, I would say that's true, but yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely true. Because look, if everybody lost 13 pounds, then their average wouldn't be 8. So that is definitely true. Okay. Last month, some of their patients lost exactly 8 pounds. That doesn't mean that it's exactly true because this is an average. Remember, this could be 5. 5, 5, and this could be 9 on this side. 8 just happens to be the average after you add them all together. So no, this month at least one of their patients will lose at least 8 pounds. You can't really say that either. You can't say any of these things are exactly true. Okay, this is the only one that I would say is exactly true. That gets a little tricky. You guys, I would say, just be real careful when you're reading it and thinking about that one. All right, each of the 6 cats in a pet store was weighed. Here are their weights in pounds. Here we go. Find the mean and median. Okay, rearrange them in order. That's the first step always. 10, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16. All right, so median means you have to go to the middle. Okay, so I just typically hold one finger here and hold one finger here and then go count like 1, 2, 1, 2, and then look. The middle, because it's an even number, there's actually 2 middle numbers. So you take the average between the 2 of them, which means you do 14 plus 15 divided by 2, which is going to be 14.5. So that is your mean. I mean, that's actually your median, sorry, not your mean. Median, okay? To do the mean, you add them all together. So the mean is 10 plus 14 plus 14 plus 15 plus 15 plus 16. So this is 30. This is 28 plus 10 is 38. That's 68. This is me just adding because I don't like doing it on the calculator if I don't have to. 84 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 84 divided by 6, that goes in there once. 2 left over, 24, 4, 14. Okay, so 14 is your average. You could just do that on the calculator though. I just did it by hand just because I can do it faster by hand. All right, and that's it. So you add them and divide. Make your notes. And that's it.